As you walked into my life, it was just the kind of thing that was so right on time. After all the love changes, my heart had locked the door. Then that girl released her magic and made me love once more. Ooh, like the warm rays of the sun, her sweet love can shine down on me. Oh, all at once turned my life around, and with one kiss, Jesus set me free. She's giving me joy, joy. That girl, she brings me joy. She's giving me joy, joy, joy. That girl, she brings me joy. Goodbye, loneliness, and so long to my heartache. Now that joy has taken over and decided to stay. Her love lifts me up like no other love before. With every beat of my heart, I'm holding on. Oh, hey, hey. Just look what she's done for me. She's erased all the sadness away. Oh, I can never repay her deed, 'cause she keeps loving me more and more. She's giving me joy, joy, joy. That girl, she brings me joy. She's giving me joy, joy, joy. She brings me joy. She's giving me I love. That girl, she's giving me joy, joy. I love the way she loves me. She brings me joy. She's giving me joy, joy, joy. Give it love, darling. Said I love it, baby. Oh, girl, I love the joy she brings me. She brings me joy. She brings me joy. Said I love it when you're loving me, baby. Oh, girl, you got me when you want me, baby. Yeah. Girl, you're my joy. Girl, you're my joy. All my kisses, all my love. Girl, you're my joy. Peaceful, respective greetings to everyone. I am Joy Allen of Karmic Dynasty, and today is my solar return. I have joining me today Siba Ramutef Qeb, and he will be discussing with everyone what the solar return is and I'm pretty sure some of you will have questions, so his contact information will be in the ticker below, and you can contact him for more information on your individual personal solar return. I am completing my slideshow right now while also collecting myself. This has been a phenomenal year, very monumental. I appreciate everyone that has supported the Karmic Dynasty platform. I appreciate everyone that has supported Joy Allen. I appreciate everyone's participation, everyone's consideration, the attendance, the love, the excitement of the adventure, and I appreciate everyone that has recognized my growth when I did not. And again, as I've said before, and I'm saying it again right now today, I love you all. Gratitude, peace to you all. And here is my banner. Hold on, that's not my banner. That's Ramutef banner. Okay, here's my banner and my logo. All right, so right quick, I'm going to set something else up. And then I'm going to speak, perform my Hesi. Few moments, please. All right. Okay, so everything is set up right now. Let's address who's here. Phoenix Jane, I seen this earlier. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You are speaking about the white dress from the Rimpet, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm appreciating the comment about the shoulders because I'll be a little like, so thank you. I appreciate you. Royal Day to the matriarch, Shariri L, with her hashtag Unoccupied Turtle Island, speaking from YouTube. I appreciate you being here. Royal Matriarch. Maxine Otis is speaking. Happy Solar Return Joy from Facebook. Peace, peace, sister. I appreciate you. M-Town Vet, yes, I appreciate you as well from Facebook, speaking your peace, power, balance, and wholeness to everyone. And happy soul return, beloved to me. I appreciate you. Gratitude, gratitude. And I love y'all more. I love y'all more. All right. Where I'm going. Okay, my Hesi. Hold on right quick. Because this next screen, I need it to be ready to go. Okay, it's ready. All right. Hete Poo, hold on. Hete Poo. Duwa, Anezarek, Ramech, E.M. Hotep. Greetings and divine greatness, divine excellence to the first families and to all of you joining me here today on Karmic Dynasty. To my Nagas, Shemsu Haruz, Nesubitis, Mutnatart, Sebats, and Hamets, the immortal ones of Ma'at cherished, of the phenomenon of precession, New Age order, great golden age of Ma'at Hapi Asar. And to all citizens, descendants of the Nile Valley Cultural Cosmic Collective Consciousness Spirituality. O Ra Nebertesha Ra, the she and he, the mother and father of all existence, the master and possessor of light and radiation, of heat and movement. We ask that you bless us humble servants for Ankh life being, now present, for we seek the counsel of the ancient ones and practice daily the ancient Ma'atian ways and ancient Ma'atian truths. We strive evermore to become one with thee in this world and in the existence to come. We ask that you bless us on this, the 112th day after the Helioca rising, 248 days remaining until Ubin Soptit Cyrus rising, Upuat Samai Tawi, Weprin Pet Digit Heb, AFNK/ST after founding of New Kemet, Naga Kemet, Kim West, Samai Tawi, Fraudulent chronological Gregorian timeline of November 14th, 2021. We ask that you bless our families and friends and all those of us who gather today in your most holy, sacred, and glorious ancient Tamarian name of Ra Nebertesha Ra. For in the art of seeking you, there is much comfort. So as it is spoken, so let it be written, so let it be done, so shall it be, for now and forever forward. Panatara pu pamaat, ankwaz dejed, ank uja seneb, uben nefer, iker, panebu haru, ma'ati, rising always in divine excellence with ma'at, all day, every day. Dua, dua'u. We have Siba Ptah Seeker Asar here. Siba Ptah Seeker Asar. He is here. I welcome you to the celebration of my happy solar return. Dua, dua, Siba.
Dua, ooh, my great queen mother goddess. Panata Pupama Adon Questa Jet. Uncle Johnson there, moving up the Cape under Boru Ma'ati. Neferu, Mesoru to you, my great queen mother goddess. Happy born day and solar return. I am honored just to be on your platform. Memoirs of a Karmic Dynasty with with all the family, the Ramech. And I just wanted to be here at this time. I wanted to wish you a Neferu, Mesueru. Maybe everybody would join in with me at this time. Nefer Mesueru to you. Nefer Mesueru means happy born day in solar return so that everybody knows. So we're trying to express this with the first frequency and using the Medu Netta to sing the song. And I cannot sing, but I'm going to sing for you.
Yes, you can. Go ahead and sing that song, Siba.
Nefer Mesueru. Nefer Mesueru to you. Nefer Mesueru to you, great queen mother goddess Asma Tefnu Joy Allen. Nefer Mesueru to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I want everybody to know that today, star date, abbreviated star date is Mesta, the 5th of
Hold on, that's you laughing in real time. I thought that was you laughing on that broadcast. That's what's up. That's peaceful. All right, so I hear you here in the studio, Ramutef. I appreciate you being here today on this day of my solar return. I appreciate and acknowledge you for bringing this knowledge to me, and I definitely appreciate myself for accepting it. If you would share with us your greetings and tell us all who you are and how we can contact you for definitely feedback and information on this broadcast today. Gratitude.
Peace. On the top of my uncle Jed, Uncle Josh Neb, Uben, nephew Camp on the Buharu, my auntie to everyone. Anuk Ramutef Qeb, I'm Ramutef Qeb. You can find me on Facebook as Ramutef Qeb. You can find me on Instagram as Ramutef_Qeb. I'm a practitioner of divination practices. Come check me out. Definitely Mesanefa Haru to you, Joy. I'm not trying to sing it like he did because he got them vocals.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on, Ramutef.
Yeah, I know, right?
Come
But
on.
yeah. Oh, okay. Hold
Ramutef
on.
holding out, y'all. He holding out.
What he
But
said? He said, Mesa Neferu to you. Mesa Neferu to you. Mesa Neferu to Joy, Allen, Tish, Karmic Dynasty, and every and their great mother goddess. All the good things that come in life. Mesa Neferu to you.
Yay, gratitude. I appreciate you. I knew
You
you could
very
do it.
welcome.
I knew you could do it.
Yeah, I remember that day, man. That was definitely a beautiful day.
That was a great day.
Today,
I,
today is definitely one too. I mean, even though it's all gloomy, but yeah, it's
it's
definitely a
beautiful.
beautiful day.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
For some, this. I'm here in Detroit, and I made a post on Facebook about my first snow of Detroit, my first Detroit snow, and it somehow it's like it's the first time I seen snow. I don't know what's up, but I was like, oh, the snow is so beautiful and peaceful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful for me. Um, Ramutef,
Definitely not gonna lie. It's definitely different in different locations. That's a fact.
okay,
It definitely
okay,
falls a lot different.
okay. Would you talk to us? Let's talk about why we're here today. Now I have shared this day and the broadcast occurring and other events going on today with family, for example. And my aunt, she was like, "Hold on, I thought your birthday was November 24th." She was like, "Hold," I said, "Hold on, I'm calm. You good? I was born on the 24th. Today is my solar return." Ramutef, could you explain that? Tell us what that's about. How I got two birthdays. How I got 10
All
days of
right.
birthdays. How I got like
Yeah.
every day's my birthday. We appreciate it.
No doubt. So yeah, they So just to keep it short and simple, because I know it's a long process. So long story short, we follow the star Cyrus. Cyrus gives a lot of secrets out. When it comes to what we know as the Rampet, the New Year, we all know that it rises over at the Giza Plateau on July 25th on the
Oh, excuse
Gregorian
me.
calendar.
Ramutef, is that you beeping?
Yeah,
That's
that's me beeping.
okay.
My bad. Hold on. All right, now we're good.
Yep.
So yeah, what I was saying. Oh yeah. So long story short, when you're looking at the star Cyrus, there's it's called a helical horizon. Helical horizon, and their terms is basically when two stars rise together in the horizon. To just keep it simple. So the star Cyrus, which is will be known Meta Nature Subtit, rises on a certain day. It does it over in July 25th in the Gregorian calendar over at the Giza Plateau. It also makes its appearance in other parts of the world. So even if you missed it and you're not at the Giza Plateau, you can still see the phenomenon around the world starting from July 25th. So by the time the star gets to the Gregorian date of August 3rd, that's when you'll see it on the East Coast. So from the East Coast, I would say, and in certain parts or sectors, I should say, that's dealing with, we'll say, Boston all the way to Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So for Joy, it also hits where she's at because she was born in that whole lineup as well. So when you do the math, it's been 10 days since the star rose. So a lot of people don't know that this whole Gregorian calendar is all, messed up. So in order to find your personal star date as well as your solar return, yes, her solar return is on the 24th of November, but it's a certain timeline. When it comes to dealing with the dates of the Gregorian calendar, that's what we're speaking on. So that particular day of November 24th for her is also on November 14th when it comes to the Gregorian calendar. So today we're definitely celebrating that day as well as her terrestrial cosmic. So today is the terrestrial. 10 days later is going to be the cosmic. Dua.
Gratitude. No, I know last year you had a reading for something for me, or you
Yeah, I
was
gotta.
just,
I didn't. Yeah, I had a.
or
I
actually
didn't
you
come
was
prepared,
you was
but I
describing
definitely
the
got it.
characteristics. You were
Oh yeah,
describing my
yeah, yeah. That's what I
characteristics
did last time.
last year. Yeah.
Yep.
So you got some characteristics to share for, or actually anybody who wants the full layout. The description is in. I mean the link to
The
that
link.
video, which I just shared, where Siba Ptah Secret Star was singing. That broadcast link is in the description. Also, if you want to come on the panel and be up here and speak with us today, you can. But I must know you. So um, it's a whole screening process. Don't think you just about to pop in here and come on some stuff. I need to know you, who you are, and I know if I know you. So that's that. The rest goes without being said. And I will have you come in on the panel, and you can speak as you would like. So Ramutef, I'm up. Oh, hold on. I was sharing this right here, right quick. I just wanted to share this visual, because you were talking about the star, the new year.
Mm-hmm. So that is the meta-natural. That is the meta-natural symbol for, or hieroglyph for Subtit, which is what we call, Cyrus A, Cyrus B, and so on and so forth, but specifically Cyrus B, or well, A and B for real, for real. So there's um, words or divine words of Subtit is always described in this. Is always described in many forms. So when it comes to this particular one, this is describing the events that come into play when it comes to the star rising, what we call the helical rising, or when the sun and the star rises together in unison. So the top part you'll see on the top right is the meta nature symbol for T. It's also, in certain terms, some people learn it as, the loaf of bread, the loaf of bread. But for myself, I understand it as the primordial hill. Below it, you'll see a 5-point star. That star is representing in all metal nature that you'll see on the walls over here in America, as well as all over the globe itself. When it comes to that spike also represents Set, but that spike is also representing the toleric forces, or that energy that unleashes itself during this time period. It's like the unveiling of the chakras of the planet. So as you go through the Metal Nature, you start to learn and see the rising and the fall of Subtit, the 72 days that's about to go in a couple months, um, Gregorian wise, where you will no longer see the star for 72 days until the next helical rising. But we still got a little bit more time. But as far as that goes, but yeah, that's the mini explanation of that symbol or that hieroglyph.
Gratitude. Now, are you going to share a reading today, or what? Ramutef, you muted. Now, what I'm going to do, because I'm asking, because what I'm going to do while you.
I'm over here talking. I'm on mute it.
Yeah, you on mute, Ramutef.
Yeah, I know, right? So no, I was
I'm
saying like what I could do is do like a live one, so we know. Well, you personally should know your chart setting with the Cancer rising, so on and so forth, right? So
Yeah, I
if
was
we
going to share
do,
this the part of the reading from last year.
mm-hmm,
But when you're ready, let me know. I'll go ahead and put that up here.
that works.
You want me to do it now?
Yeah, go ahead and put it up.
Okay. Don't start.
This is Bot or Hamet Joy Allen, and within her day, I gave was the 14th, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So if you did the numbers, you did the math, you would know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So her star date is basically counting from her birthplace will be the 113th day of the year. According to the calendar that we have now, it's the 123rd day. The reason for the confusion that I haven't really got a chance to explain, I'm going to explain now, is that there's two ways to track your star. Either if you forgot the days, or if you're going by the calendar itself, or the New Year's in your location, it would be 11 days. It would be like 11-day count, or 11-day subtraction from her actual star date. And from there, another easier way is to look for it during the time frame or where you're at. So say for instance, let's see, Bot, putting it on where it's supposed to be at when it comes to her constellation, how you would say her day would be, or her sun sign, as you can see, is what?
Scorpio.
Mm-hmm. But if you're on Western or any other crazy other astrology in a sense, you will notice that we are what they call in Scorpio season, but in all honesty, if we take it to now, and we find out where the sun is at on today's date, on the 24th, what constellation is it in? Ooh, the moon's right in the eye. That's pretty dope. So that gives an understanding of the difference between the two. I don't want to say the two different astrologies, but the two methods or methodology used into the Western and what they will call sidereal. The type of method that I use is similar to sidereal, but we call it the Neteru star timeline because we're not dealing with the Hellenistic terms. Granted, the way that I am teaching those about this type of astrology is under that Western ideology. However, once you start to apply the Netras and a couple other Orishas or the Ifa or the or Rumulas, things of that nature, when you start to apply them into this, it gives way to a whole new setup within the universe that we know it as, or within our reality. Let me see if I can switch it now. I hit the wrong button. So I'll go back and set it up again.
Okay, so right quick again, so I made mention in my post that people can come here today and get more information or inbox you for their real birthday. What's the term you use for that phrase, real birthday?
Let's just say this is your star date or your birthright.
Star date, birthright. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So are we ready to go into this PowerPoint yet?
Yes. I'm just getting it set up on my end too, so I can help follow along.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Can you now, right quick, you share with us this calendar. There are some of us who don't even know what that calendar is. You were sharing the ancient Kemetic Rasorian calendar. Siba Ramutef Qeb and myself, we are both official global distributors. Hold up. I hear you giggling, and it's crazy because we in real time, and then we on this video from last year. Ramutef, what's funny?
No, it's just like when you popped when you displayed it, it was just like, yeah, I know nobody or is aware of this, and we're about to just show them what's up, and I appreciate that.
For real, people did not know. Some people watching now do not know, but today, I'm only going to have to suggest you go to that video. The link is in the description, and watch and read more if you want to know. We're not discussing it today. And to clear the other record, which was just told, I am no longer a global distributor of that calendar. I'm gonna let Ramutef speak for himself. That's my disclaimer, respectively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'll point people to the direction, but myself, no.
Yeah. Cake. So let's skip through here a little bit. All right.
Mm-hmm. Mainly due to the fact that we've been lost in space for so long that we lost track of time, and not necessarily just time. We lost track of being connected with the universe itself. Solar Sidereal Lunar Calendar, the Ibetru Shabitun Tuaharu Pama'at, is all three aspects of time. And the first thing that you got to understand about time is the three motions of time. The first motion is the Earth rotates on its axis. It rotates from 24 hours and 35 minutes under the original calendar, which is the solar. And now today is running under a 24-hour basis. The second motion is that the Earth revolves around the sun. when Earth revolves around the sun under 24 hours and 35-minute count, it comes out to 360 days. When it comes to dealing with the Gregorian calendar, the Greco-Roman calendar that you use today, it's under 365 and a quarter day with the leap year. Then you have the third motion of time where the Earth is tilted 23.5 degrees from vertical north. That creates a wobble. And we all know that that wobble is considered or called the phenomenon of precession, or the precession of the equinox. That is the third motion of time. And as the Sibat has the legend on the back of the calendar, you'll notice that you'll see a whole bunch of rings, designs, colors, cool kind of things. But there's a method that you're able to use to be able to know what time is. And once a person knows time, then they understand what's really going on here.
Okay, and also, we're not going into the calendar today. I just wanted to mention it because you used it as illustration to make a point. I actually have classes that I teach on this calendar and Siba Ramutef Qeb and my Siba. There's videos on Branch of Knowledge. Check them out. Joy Allen, busting up all lies question for the audience. The outer ring, you called it the phenomenon of precession.
Correct.
Why would we call it the phenomenon of precession?
Because the phenomenon that we know as, how you say, a tracking system, in a sense. Because when it's a phenomenon, it's an anomaly that is understood but not really understood. A lot of people don't even know about it. So when they actually see what the precession or the way that you track the precession, it's a phenomenon that most people do not even know about or even give, say, a care to even look for. But, a lot of people claim that they know about the age, or we're transitioning into an age and things of that nature. But how are you going to say that when you don't really know what to look for?
Okay. And the word precess.
Meaning that it goes, how you say, backwards in a sense. Okay. So under goes, how you say, the precession goes, or precesses, and then you have the solar part that goes clockwise. But then at the time, it can be in reverse in all kinds of forms of matter. So in this version right here, after I fixed it, this one, the precession is actually going clockwise, as the solar part is going counterclockwise.
Okay. So it's going this way.
Correct.
Okay. And that's why did it switch from precession counterclockwise to clockwise?
Because this was, how you say, rushed. This is kind of rushed when we was doing this particular part to when we presented on tap.
All right. Ramutef, you have something you want to share before we go into the next part?
Yeah, go ahead and go to the next part.
Okay. Peace and gratitude, Kathleen Williams. Peace and gratitude. I appreciate you.
You want me to speak on that as well, or no?
You speak on what you want to speak on. I paused the video.
All right, go ahead and play the rest of the video.
Okay.
Well, folks will know it's Cyrus A, or the dog store.
Okay. So in brief, not to get too far into this calendar still, then we'll go to the next slide. So I knew Joy Allen. Joy Allen heard Siba Ptah Secret Asar speak about Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar. July and August being added, and the days being taken away is how you got to 7 days in a week instead of 9. Could you tell us more about what Siba Ptah Secret Star was speaking about, as well as I know I've seen it in the back of this calendar. Also, people can do a Google search, do your own studies, people, Ramutef family, study for yourself. Yeah, the information is back here. So if you have your calendar, you'll get that information here. And so what do we, can you tell us more about what Julius Caesar and or Augustus had to do with this stuff? This stuff they messed up.
It's more so as you see through most of the broadcasts that we've done when Ptah Secret Star will explain those days. I was explain in a manner that I best can talk about it. So
Yes.
Back in the days of Julius Caesar ran up on Cleopatra during that time. And then a lot of people that should know their history in a sense, the reason why they kept conquering a lot of our things is because one, they wanted to become a god. Two, they wanted to have power because of something that they felt that they needed to do. So during that time of the seasons of the Roman Empire, things of that nature, and then all the other civilizations, when Julius Caesar came to how you say Kemet, Egypt, or Sudan, he wanted himself on the map because he understood that certain aspects of time or certain aspects of divinity is through certain parts of our spirituality. That one is dealing with time. He understood that, oh, if I did what Alexander the Greek did, then I should be remembered in time as well. So what did he do? He went over there, as Siva Ptah explains, that he ran up on Cleopatra's vizier named Sisagines, and he had his way with him because his famous quote is, "I came, I saw, I conquered," and then put him on the map. So we went from 9 days to 8. We went from 10 months to 11 because Julius is obviously July. Then when Julius Caesar got assassinated in the Senate, then you had Tiberius, and then you end up getting his, I guess I don't know what he really is to him, but his grandson in a sense, or his adopted son. And his adopted son was Augustus Caesar. Or
Adopted son.
Yeah, that too.
That's how I know him, adopted son.
So when he came in, he understood what his father did, and basically how they say the sins of the father fall on the son. So when he came into the same thing, did the same thing to Sisagines, and basically got his name put on the map, and which became August, which you would know as the Greco-Roman calendar. Then, some odd years passed, they gorged everything, killed, put certain groups of ethnic stocks into what they call slavery in a sense, or, forced conditioning, because they end up figuring out a way how to condition basically everybody under this world, under all different types of power systems and ways of thoughts and schools of thoughts. So when the last part is dealing with Augustus Caesar, we went from 8 days to 7. We went from 11 months to 12. And then the reason why you can...
Ramutef Qeb. Okay. Have we heard of the Patrix?
The Patrix? Have you guys heard? Yeah, I know what she's talking about.
You have anything you want to share on that, or we continue in the video?
Well, that's more so
about something else.
That's more so in the lines of what they call so it's like the PA and the MA. You understand that MA stands for Ma, which is mother. So when we say matrix, we're talking about the womb. And then you got the Pa, which is the patrix, which is patriarchic, which is basically the rule. So in the end of the day, instead of us being inside the matrix, we are literally inside the patrix because we're ruled under, these individuals with the pink thing between their legs and thinking that they can claim everything and put us all in this system that they've been doing for thousands and thousands of years because they understood that that's what will work for them to keep us subjugated in many ways. So to replace, to bring back the matrix, but they code it as the matrix when it's actually the patrix in a sense. Because I remember there was a young lady, well, she was an elder, but she was this young lady. She's a numerologist. I can't remember her name, but she basically spoke on that as well. Because that's basically, in a sense, not even just her truths, but my own as well. But that's what that's referring to.
Okay, gratitude. Now, with that being said, great time for a commercial. December 25th, I will be in Indianapolis, Indiana. The flyer is in Ramutef's avatar here on the screen. And we are watching the new Matrix, the Resurrection movie. And we will be there 3 p.m. until. This is a Saturday event, as always. We will also have a pre show and an after party. So if you cannot
Woo-hoo.
be there at 3 o'clock, it's okay. All of the Karmic Dynasty events go until. Sometimes they go into the next day. They just go until, literally. So definitely join us there if you like more information on that event. And contact me, and I'll get you that information. Also, all Karmic Dynasty events. Hold on.
Or fiat free.
Are fiat free. All Karmic Dynasty events are still fiat free. So come on. We'll see you in Indianapolis Saturday, December 25th, 3 p.m. until. Again, if you like more information, you can contact myself or Ramutef Qeb, and we will be more than excited to assist you to get there. All right. Ramutef, how would you like to proceed?
Well, I'm gonna speak on one thing that I'm looking at. Um,
Definitely.
so I would say my advice to you today, and it's more so in the line of
For me?
relaxation. Yeah, you.
Okay. Okay.
It's more in the field of relaxation. A lot of the energies, which is called in your ninth house, which is dealing with the house of knowledge and also teaching as well. The moon and Chiron is there. What Chiron being in retrograde is basically working on times of healing, in a sense. With the moon now closing in, is where you want to start putting your energy in, not just in your um, how you say emotional trauma or past trauma, but you want to start putting your energy into things that's going to um, put your body in a very great place. When I say that, meaning more so in your mental. So a lot of your mental energy, or a lot of just your energy itself, is closing in on your moon, and then your moon and my moon is basically in the same spot. So both of us got to work on our relaxation. A lot of our energy needs to literally work in those areas. Me's more for with people, you more with certain practices that you're either studying or learning about. Because a lot of those practices that you've been looking into, you're starting to see a lot of the falseness in it, depending on who you're speaking with, I should say, and who you're learning from. A lot of the stuff that you have learned in the past, you're being called to not necessarily renovate it, but yeah, renovate it.
Okay. I accept all of that. I have been resting like since literally of this fraudulent chronological Gregorian calendar timeline, November 1st, 2021. It's like I went into an immediate shutdown. Most of my days I've been asleep or laying still resting. And I could not quite figure that out. You and I have not talked as much as we usually do.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't able to, and when we did, it was on, it was real quick and something official, like how the broadcast said 4 o'clock on your Facebook, but it was actually
Mm-hmm.
3 o'clock on other stuff like that. We just get that out the
We caught a
way.
glitch, people. We caught a glitch, and we caught a glitch in the matrix. I was like, yo, she's telling me 3 o'clock. I'm like, no, it says 4 o'clock, and she's like, boom, here's the proof, and I'm like, boom, here's the proof.
Yeah,
On,
we got
on her system,
screenshots.
it's all 3 o'clock, all 3 o'clock. On
Yeah,
mine, it says literally 4 o'clock. I said, yo, that's not
and
good.
we on the same time zone.
Yeah, that's even crazier.
Well, yeah, so anyway, yeah, I'm not talking to you as much as usual. I've been in a shutdown mode. And so some people have been, attempting to contact me and work on things, and they might have felt slighted or neglected. It's not, don't take it personal. I promise you, this is just how I've been lately. And I've today alone have come into the reasons why. So Ramutef is now adding to that. When it comes to my mental status and the rest, definitely I've been working on that as well. And what you call it, renovating?
Yeah, I just said renovating. I
Yeah,
couldn't think of the
renovating. I've
word.
been renovating lately, really, literally, because I know in a series of events that just I'm aware of coming up in my life, and I do not have time for the clutter. I do not have time for the clutter. And without, and it's not even all just me, it's been coming to me the things that need to be pushed out. So actually events by people I've learned from, which Ramutef spoke of, have assisted me in pushing it on out the way and accepting that it needs to go. So for example, this Karmic Dynasty, we unscripted around here, and I bust up all lies, and I just come with how it is. We are live on stage, as my son would say. I have been working on the Moorish Science Temple of America lessons, knowledge. And then along the way, I'm like, oh no, that did not happen. And then something will come along, I'll be like, okay, I can accept that. I'm gonna continue on. And then it just happens in these patterns. The same old pattern just happens. And it was like, oh no. And then some goes, okay, but do this. Look at this. I've been working on this PowerPoint for a few months, about 2 months, and deciding when to share it. Based on my recent shutdown, resting period, I've not shared it. Definitely, it's going to be one of the first things I share when I emerge from being immersed. Yesterday, I got some information and some news, and I was like, no, that's just straight chaos. That does not make sense to me. I don't care what happened to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Y'all cannot speak, y'all cannot talk to me as long as that word unity is in your lesson, and as long as the words love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice is in there. Long as that unity, that handshake is in there, y'all cannot talk to me. Period. And proof that I ain't saying is just because Ramutef saying something today. I don't even need no proof. I'm just saying. I don't need no damn receipts. Yesterday on Facebook, I deleted everybody with an L, a Bay. If L Bay is gone. If you an L or a Bay and you still on my Facebook friend list, it's because I love you dearly. And it's because I know in all of what I know that you ain't on no fuck shit for real in life. I appreciate you. But the rest of them mugs had to go. There's some straight stunners out there. Posers, hypocrites, and all of that. I strongly suggest any more who does not have his or her presentation self together, don't come to me until you can get your Moorish face right. Now, of course, y'all human, just like y'all do what y'all claim, what y'all want to claim. So you make mistakes. Your lower self, your higher self. Okay, when you come approach me, only bring your higher self. Because I ain't seen one of y'all yet that know how to manage your lower self in conversation with me. Don't even. Period. So I just them damn dirty Moors. You know what I mean? And I had a conversation with somebody last night, and I'm like, it's crazy how. Not the matriarch. It's crazy how the main ones who scream dirty Moors is the damn dirty Moors. Period. And ain't none of them gonna say nothing to me. Ain't none of them gonna question what I'm telling you right now. Cause I bust their ass up and they lie. Cause they are seeking, they have released, and they are without truth. And knowing that and being a higher self more, they're not gonna come at me because I already said I'm expecting outside looking in at y'all as a model to exhibit the love. You're not gonna come to me and peace, Islam. First thing out your mouth is Islam. Islam means peace. So how is there peace when you don't have your truth? And when you come in towards me, anywhere near me, in a lower self, unmanaged. That's all I have to say right now. Ramutef, do you have any other suggestions for me right now?
Yeah, work on that project. Definitely work on that project. Of I don't know what it is. I I could figure it out eventually, but yeah, you definitely need to make this happen. Um, you're also being called to how you say make a lot of dramatic, well, not dramatic. Let me use common words. A lot of different. You need to structure a lot of your personal and business relationships. That's a fact. That is definitely a fact. Because this is one of those times of the periods where Pluto is really working on people, especially on their spirit, especially with a lot of the energy changes that's been going on, especially with these retrogrades leaving us and certain ones starting back up. Uh, Not even just for yourself, but for a lot of people. It just all depends on what area of life. So, like for yours, it's just more so in your service, work, life of service, servitude, or a lot of you where your emotional love is at, of wanting to serve the people, but also seeing people do right, as well as keeping things aligned and nobody interrupting your peace. That's I could say that for everyone who's on the broadcast for real, for real. And as this main advice that I always been given is more so on a level of dealing with the things that you can control. Anything that you cannot control, do not deal with it. Allow that to fester, whatever it's going to do, build up. Because at this point in time in life, you need to get a handle of the things that you are able to just be like, yeah, I run this. Anything that is intruding, that is trying to um, make a difference, but it's not in a good way, those are the individuals or even businesses you want to leave alone. And that's for everyone on this broadcast, for real, for real. Everyone needs to literally only control the things that you are able to control. And that's with your personal, with your business, with your intimate, with all that stuff. Is this period is how you say, with the sun being in Libra, and Libra's and the constellation in the sense of partnerships. So a lot of what today represents is those type of partnerships that you have and everyone have, but we're just going to solely stick to you because this is your solar return. So this is something that you need to work on, a lot more structure, but more so in the business area. A lot of opportunities are definitely in this placement for you for the next how should you say, for the next shit, for the next couple of years, to be honest. When it comes to when that sun comes and hits you, you already know. I always play jokes with it, but I always tell people there's a specific anime called Seven Deadly Sins, and there's this one individual sin named Escanor, the Lion Sin of Pride, and he has this ability called the One, where the sun reaches his highest peak or midhaven of the day, and for that specific moment and placement of time, he is literally invincible. So a lot of us get that, especially on our birthday. A lot of us don't really understand it, but once you start to recognize and see those type of changes, that happen. Like say for instance, um, Joy was born. Let's say hypothetically speaking, you was born at 7 a.m. on that day, right? So as time flows and changes, a lot of people are not keeping up with the actual time when the sun goes exact in your, when you were born. That is what you would call cosmic solar return. So on that day, it could wind up at let's say 10:30 p.m. right? Or no, let's say 10:30 a.m. We'll just say that. So instead of people thinking like, oh yeah, the day itself, yeah, the day itself could be that day, but when that energy comes in and how you say uplifts you and makes you a whole different type of being, especially if you connect to it, you'll start to notice how your day is going to go. So say for instance, we'll just say, yeah, we'll say it starts at 10 a.m. this time. So with it being at 10 a.m., that whole day from 10 a.m. The 24th to 10 a.m. to the 25th is your day. Not, oh, 12 p.m. No, no, no. Or 12 a.m. of the 24th. No, that's not how it works. When you're truly connecting to the cosmos, it's the actual placement that gives you that birthright of whatever you want, and it's more so in your willpower, what you will it to be is going to happen. On this day, it's like more so a prep day, where we're basically cosmically aligning ourselves to the terrestrial part of the rotation, and with that terrestrial part, today is that day. Under this day is more of a very deep emotional drive towards knowledge, towards the wisdom, towards your spiritual system. This particular day for the next 2 days actually is something that's myself and you need to work on. For me, it's in my 11th house. For you, it's in your ninth house. But with that Chiron being there, some old memories may pop up. And at this point in time, how strong you have become within self, you'll be able to realize it, recognize it, put a plan in motion, and execute it. Because that's what that time. This what that time is for you. Definitely. And then with you in the eighth house, the more that you start sharing and sharing your wisdom or even your thoughts on certain things like you just did earlier, the more that you do that, the more that people need to truly understand what you're speaking on. Because a lot of people don't understand about that, the world of the more science temple in a sense. Because I only got my little gifs of it from what I've studied from yourself and others. And for my take, I definitely, I definitely see the misconstruction because a lot of people are taking the elders' um, teachings and not actually living by them whatsoever. They just came up with their own rules that solidify. Oh yeah, this is what we are. But to each their own. I'm not bragging on it or dissing it. It's just more so on a level of if you really read what these individuals are putting out, it's more so a carbon copy of what's going on today, aka the Patriots. But as far as the structure goes, you got this thing called Saturn opposites opposing Saturn. So that type of energy, opposition wise, is I'll explain, is an aspect that is two energies having a tug of war with each other. For your for you, this is your natal Saturn going against the current day Saturn. The current day Saturn at this present time is probably below the horizon now, but Jupiter is basically probably in this spot pretty soon. Oh no, no, it's not been 2 hours yet. So yeah, it's still above the horizon. So Saturn is opposing Saturn. So it's conflicting structure within your spirit and within partnership. Those things are how you say the tug of war part with what's going on with you. And then with your Lilith there being there as well, and your natal Lilith, we already talked about that in past broadcasts. So those particular planets, Jupiter and Saturn, currently are having that tug of war with your natal Saturn. And that natal Saturn, again, is in your 12th house. So that structure that I'm speaking of is learning how to, what you are doing currently, um, giving yourself the time away to build upon what is needed, not only with you personally, but also with your relationship with others. Because those certain relationship with others, if you pull too much towards that, you'll get a little bit lost. And then if you pull too much towards your natal, you're going to get, basically in that level of solitude, which is okay. But there's always those consequences that come when energy is, tugging too much, because then it brings an imbalance within self. That imbalance you have been working on like no other. There's a lot of people who do it too, but you're showing it and improving on a daily basis, where most people just do it for a week and go back right back to the nigga shit. Those opportunities I'm
Exactly.
talking about are those, as that is coming from Jupiter. So it's like the certain people that you do link up, make sure you bring your spiritual structure to what it is in that partnership so they can balance each other out. Definitely those projects that you are definitely working on, this is a perfect time for you to start working on that as well. There's about four projects that I'm guessing that you have specifically that you need to be working on or revising. And when you're able to do that, you're going to start to see the flaws in it. And once you see those flaws, you're going to be able to correct the whole shebang or caboodle, whatever you want to call it. When it comes to your fifth house, um, this is more so dealing with opposition. The opposition, again, when it comes to like myself and you, we both have that north node, south node Taurus thing going on, but in opposite directions. So for you, it's basically, the type of people that you're linking up with, the more that you express yourself in this area, especially in your fifth house, the more that people get to know you personally or your actions, the better that they'll be able to understand you more. Because yours is basically dealing with that 11th house area, which is dealing with uh, people or groups. You know what I mean? So you having that tug of war thing going on with your natal Sun, Venus, and Neptune, and then you have, what is it? Venus, what is it? Yeah, you got Venus and Neptune in the 13th sign. So that's a whole nother deep level. When it comes to your Sun being in Scorpio, and then with it being in the fifth house, is more of that part of you that you already have well control over. It's just that those individuals that cross use the part that's making it hard, and a lot of individuals who are a part of your what they call it, your group settings, in a sense. A lot of the individuals that are part or that you allow a part of it or want to have a part of it, there's room to be made versus, just keeping certain seats and not, adding more chairs, because you don't need no more chairs. You need just enough. And then I'll give you a number, just four. I'll just randomly give you a number four, because we're going to deal with four today. Because it's, 14 and 24. We'll
Four
just
is
deal with
that
four.
number. Four is the
Mm-hmm.
number
Mm.
of my projects on the table right now
Oh, that's what's up.
that I
So,
am working on. There's some pending and people want stuff, but no, there are four that I'm focused on getting done, and I'm not doing anything else till those four projects get done.
I like that. I just guessed a number for real, for real. I just kept hearing four in my head, so that's why I said it. I ain't gonna lie. I just kept hearing four, 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 four. Say four. But yeah. But as far as most of the day, um, a lot of the deepness in your career and your placement of careers and things of that nature, or just your your outlook of what you have as a credentials, and you're being asked to use them.
Say
And
that one more time.
you're being asked to use a lot of your credentials coming up
When?
soon.
Oh, coming
Coming
up soon.
soon. Yes,
I can see that
a lot of your credentials.
based on these projects. I could see that.
Because I say that because of Uranus in the 10th house, and with it being in Aries, it's more so of a direct thing. Like you need to put more action into it, and not so much being afraid of it, because things are going to change, but they'll change in a good light once you put things in proper place. But that's all I wanted to share. I don't want to go too much, but those specific things that I said definitely.
You can go as far as you want to go.
All right. So yeah, so three. The third thing then. Third thing is more so in the level of where your natal Uranus and Pluto is at, where Pluto's in Virgo, Uranus is in Libra, or part of Virgo for real, for real. And it's going, basically having that tug of war opposition with your natal, and that's something we already discussed. But it's also having that opposition with the current Chiron and Moon, and that's something that's going to be very personal and for you, and that's dealing with the realm of communication with your family members, because I'm starting to see that someone may come and visit or is going to reach out to you that is either um, a relative or children or maybe even your grandchildren, but someone's going to be contacting you soon,
That's
and
highly
it's it
likely.
is and it's more so in the level of seeing if they can sway you into something.
That was my question. What they want?
Well, it's more so um
They want some.
it's more so like for you it's just more so like, all right, what is it, what energy are you trying to bring my way? Are you trying
Yeah,
to give me something positive, or are you trying to give me something that we already talked about?
yeah. That I ain't
That
doing.
type that type of that type of swing, I should say. Because it's going to be changeable. I'm just trying to figure out who it is. I don't know if it's a um past relationship or someone that's family. Well, I know it's family. I just got to figure out who in family.
Uh-huh.
Health wise, let's
Health
go
wise,
health wise. Yeah, let's go health wise. So that's dealing with your. So you need to walk a little bit more.
I plan on taking more walks. I've already put that in my plans. I appreciate you, Ramutef, for saying
Oh,
that.
you're welcome. When it comes to skincare, dealing with your bones, you definitely need to stretch.
I've been stretching more. I've been
Yeah,
stretching more.
you definitely got to stretch more for real, for real. Especially your hips and your hips, lower back, and your feet.
Yeah, cause my
Definitely.
right hip today when I got up, I was like, mm. That's part of the reason we was late getting started. I was like, operate with this. What's going on today? Right hip. I hear you. I
Mhm.
hear you.
Yeah, because that's I only say that because of So I would say to help in that area, um. I'm gonna take a line from the movie Big Kill Bill. Wiggle your big toe. Wiggle your big toe, and then start wiggling all the other appendages.
Okay.
That will help with some of the circulation. Also, uh, gut health. Gut health is cool, but you need a little bit more. What's that stuff called? Um, just a tad bit more fiber and iron.
More fiber and
Just
iron. Yeah, the word roughage came to me.
hmm
Yeah, I do need some more, a little more roughage in my life.
when it comes to heart is cool. Stomach, stomach is cool. A lot of the areas that I'm looking at is more so your anything from your intestines down. You need to work on.
Yeah, the digestive tract.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. From
Mm-hmm.
what I've seen, from what I'm looking at, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta definitely do that. But yeah, definitely skincare. A lot of skincare is gonna help. Stretching is definitely gonna help you. A little bit more walking to, get your hip back in motion, and also um yeah, anything from your hips. Well, not even hips. So basically, your stomach, your intestines, your pancreas, your kidneys, liver, those major functions, and then the little things that's that most people don't speak about. That's all the other organs in our body. Anything from there down, from muscle, bones, ligaments, all those things. Those are the main things you want to work on or build up, I should say. Other than that, that's everything else looks good. Not so much trouble your way. It's just more so the planning part. Not that non-proper planning is what's going to delay your processes. But that's most of what I can see for today.
Okay. I appreciate you and your suggestions. Gratitude. I also appreciate those that have sent tributes to my Cash App and my PayPal and my Apple Pay because they got my phone number. I appreciate you all. I appreciate everyone
Yeah,
who will
greatly
watch the
appreciate everybody.
broadcast. Huh?
No, I'm giving them compliments as well. I definitely appreciate everyone for that as well.
And everyone that will watch the broadcast and send tributes later, I appreciate you as well. Just the same as everyone who is in real time contributing um, those tributes to me. Um, I don't think I had any further feedback on the suggestions that you share with me. They're definitely all on point. There's not anything in there that I'm against, nothing that I don't see, and nothing, yeah, that's not already, I see it happening. So I appreciate you coming forward with that information. I decided not to continue the shared video from last year. If anyone wants to look at that further, the link is in the description. Ramutef, is there anything else you want to share with us today before we go?
Yes, make sure y'all hit us on the email. The description is in the banner to reach out to us for this event on December 25th for the resurrection of the Matrix of the watch party that myself and Joy is hosting. Definitely come check this out. Again, it's fiat free, but we'll have some things for everyone. But definitely come out and view that with us because it's definitely, from my perspective, it's something that I've done. When the first one came out, the thing about that, I always go to the movies for it, but this is even better. Where it's coming together with like-minded individuals, same energy, same structure, same vibe, and same thrill to experience what is called the phenomenon of being. Anouk Ramutef Qeb. I'm Ramutef Qeb. You can find me on Facebook as Ramutef Qeb. You can find me on Instagram as Ramutef_Qeb. I'm a practitioner of divinations. Come check me out. I'm definitely looking forward to what's about to happen in the next couple of months when it comes to warrior wise as well. But definitely check us out. Also, as a reminder as well, make sure y'all tune in to our broadcast as well. Um, the courtship portion of the My Sister's Keeper. That's your host, myself, Joy Allen, Selima Ellis, and a plethora of Hamets and the soups that will be joining us to speak on certain things that a lot of our people are not too aware of because they're going more on TV based than what they really need to start to understand about structuring not even their own mind, but also seeing the bullshit that comes with other people
especially in the realm of knowing what dating and courting is, because a lot of people are not in that zone or even I want to say care to. They do, and they always have that question: Why did he do this? Why did she do that? It's because you really didn't take the opportunity to understand. So I appreciate everyone. Much love to you all. Atum Ra, Ma Hotep.
Atum Ra per hotel. You spoke about the event. All of my events, I always have gifts. We always eat as well. Fiat free, no fiat. Now I will have products if you want to purchase them from vendors that I carry for them. We can do that. Ramutef, we gonna talk about what's on the menu, or we gonna leave that as a surprise?
We'll leave that as a surprise.
Oh man,
Definitely,
I knew you was gonna say that. Okay, I'll put up the list.
definitely put it as a surprise because I
Okay,
want to
I'll
see
put
what
the
people
list
think.
down. All right. So with
When we
that
throw
being
down in the kitchen, boy, it's gonna be something else.
so what
I said when we throw down in the kitchen, there's gonna be something else.
we
Hmm.
Ramutef, no, there was a kitchen in Boston, and I remember me, myself, and Shima Rayette, or was someone know her as Pluto Nation, aka Asba Asher Heru. Me and her were in the kitchen. You was on standby teaching Lulu
Hmm. I'm
and
teaching her tarot and singing bowl
the
and
singing
crystals.
bowl.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
crystals.
And sitting and being a Siba to Shima's son.
Hmm. And same thing with
Mm-hmm.
him. He wasn't into the tarot, but everything else,
Yeah.
he was just more so the crystal in the bowl.
And you were the taste tester.
Sure was.
Okay.
That's
But
what
either
I'm
way, yeah,
excited.
we gonna find something for Ramutef to do in the kitchen this event besides taste tests and stuff. Gonna
Yeah,
clean them
I'll
up.
make sure to bring my shea butters and just make them for people. Custom made shea butters
Oh
for
yeah, we
everyone that
like
comes.
when you custom make our shea butters. I still have mine.
Yeah, I
And
ran
then
out
we
of
get to pick
yesterday.
our own scents that go in there. I picked was it lavender basil? Yeah,
Basil.
because the basil flipped and smelled like black licorice.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, yeah,
It was,
that is
and it
great.
was mixed with the Leticia. It was mixed with the Leticia, and that's what made it start smelling like licorice. I was like, yo, that is the
Um,
dopest combination I've ever smelled
yeah, it was great.
because it was strong. It's strong, but it's not, you know, uh,
When you apply it, it's gentle. It's like it's almost a secret scent. You can't smell it, but you can smell it. So it definitely did not have the same strength as in the jar. Somehow between the jar and the skin,
mm,
it it
two different
it,
things.
it's just beautiful. Yes.
Definitely. That and a couple other things I'll probably bring, but yeah, definitely come, people. Definitely come because you're going to enjoy it. You're definitely going to enjoy it,
Yeah,
especially
don't
with my crazy mind.
yeah, with his crazy. So don't Ramatef, don't bring the things that will have us seeing darkness till the next day.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, my bad. Yeah,
You
yeah.
good, you good. At everyone's own discretion. We're gonna put that label on it. At your own discretion. All right. I appreciate you being here, Ramatef.
I appreciate you
FR.
inviting me.
I am Joy Allen of Karmic Dynasty, working on my DPS as always. I appreciate you all for being here. Uduma Akeyor, Ashukwu Noir, peaceful, balance, wholeness, and wellness to all of you. And again, gratitude for all the tributes, gratitude for all the thoughts and the wellness and all of the energy between now and November 24th, the day I landed here. And every day other than that, that's the day is the day. And every day is my birthday. Every day is your birthday. Live it, love it. We don't care if they don't like it. Peace.